I'm not a horse girl, and I never have been, but I still remember when I was 13 years old, scrolling on the internet and seeing an ad. I have never been a person to click on ads, but this one sparked my curiosity. I clicked on the ad and it brought me to the beautiful website of Star Stable Online. And it was an understatement to say that I became obsessed with this game. Hey, I'm just a girl after all. I don't know how else to put it than this game just felt wholesome to me. And I know a lot of people share this feeling, but unfortunately, we will never feel this feeling again. Because over the years, Star Stable has lost its course of everything. The quests, the characters, dare I even say the music, the lore in general. They have changed every unique detail in the game, what made Star Stable, and now it just looks like another horse game. Prices have gone up while the game went down. This is how Star Stable ruined their own game. If you're new here, hi, I'm Xeni Games. I make videos about everything nostalgic and gaming. If you f with that, subscribe. Alright, back to the topic. I have never talked about this game before, but I had to get some things out of my system. I've been a loyal player of this game since 2013. It's a game that used to give me this huge sense of nostalgia every time I played it. The calmness and the peacefulness of this game is just unmatched. I've lost interest in this game for a while now because they changed everything and it was no longer the game that I deeply fell in love with. So I thought this is the perfect time to shit talk this game and what I think they should have done. This is my take on how I think Star Stable ruined their own game. Welcome to my rant of Star Stable Online. Grab a snack, grab a drink. This is Jarritos, okay? It is watermelon flavored. I just tried this for the first time. Hello, it's amazing. What the fuck? So I want to rant about why I think Star Stable went to shits. So if you love me shit talking a game, I guess you're in the right place. Okay, so starting off, I played Star Stable when I was like 12, and literally when I discovered this, my world opened. I swear. This became my favorite game of all. I was a Sims player before that, but when I discovered this, Sims, EA, never heard of her. This game took over my life. Not a horse girl at all, but this game did stuff to me. I don't know what. It really sparked something in me. It made me, honestly, really happy. The game was just so wholesome. Around 2020 is when Star Stable started fucking themselves in the ass and everyone was just like, what are you doing? What are you doing to yourselves, to your own game? Starting off with the characters, I don't like it. I really fucking hate the characters. I hate the avatars. I hate that they changed everything. Let me show you what it used to look like. And now you're probably gonna say, that shit ugly AF, what is wrong with you? But I'm here to tell you that, you know what? Maybe it is ugly. Maybe it's the ugliest fucking avatar you've ever seen. But it was theirs. It was what made them unique. You would never see this avatar in any other game, this kind of style. So I don't know why they're trying to look like every other bitch. Like Danielle Bergoli said.
She looks like every other bitch.
Star Stable, what are you doing? You're being a pick-me. You're being like, Fortnite kids, please. We have good graphics too. We have the same graphics of Fortnite. No one gives a shit about Fortnite. Please. This is a girl's game. And a gay's game. And a dumb game. This is not for Fortnite men. Okay? This game is not for them. No hate to people who play Fortnite. Like, it's a totally different audience that they're trying to target. A lot of people complain that everything looks so like very bright. Back in the day, they had a bloom effect on like everything, which was amazing, and it made it again so unique in the gaming industry. But nowadays they got rid of that. Everything is now bright and like super saturated. I also don't like how they changed like the graphics of the horses. I know what you're gonna say. You're gonna be like, look, the horses' graphics are way better, this and that, which is true, I guess. But again, it just looks like every other horse game now. There's nothing special anymore about this game. They took out all the special things, what made Star Stable, and they scrapped it, they got rid of it, or they completely changed it that it's not unique and not Star Stable anymore, you know what I mean? A lot of old players are really mad. Like, I love to watch YouTube videos of people complaining about Star Stable, and I've always wanted to make a video like that myself because I had so much anger for the game. So in 2020, as I said, things started to go to shit. They had a lot of people coming onto the game. It had a spike of popularity, I would say around 2018, and then around 2020 the makers of Star Stable started to not put out as many quests anymore. They weren't really working on the game itself. They were more working on more horses to put out, that every week the update would be there's a new horse, which means the only thing you could do is like buy new horses. That was at one point like the only thing they would do, like bring out new horses that, by the way, all looked like each other. And I remember when I played this as a child, I was so excited for a new update because the updates never disappointed. Like, it was always something so cool. And I feel like so many people were waiting on these updates and being so excited for them. Like new areas to explore, like new quests for the storylines that weren't like played out in 1 second. We had a lot of new players coming on. Star Stable liked that a lot because the more players, the more cash. If you watch this video, you're probably familiar with Star Stable. If you're not, you basically start off the game as a free player. You start off in this stable, Moorland, and then you unlock Fort Pinta, which is over here. I already thought like, oh my god, I have so much exploring to do. These are big areas. It looks small on the map, but it's really, it's a huge open worlds, this game, and all the other stuff you can't go to. That's only if you buy Star Rider, which I have because I begged my parents. I basically forced them to buy me this. Oh, group invite, what? Okay, let's see what's going on here. Hi. Okay, it's in Dutch, so this is like taking me off trail. I'm gonna leave the group. I'm so sorry, girl. Basically, the game is a demo. If you're a free player, you can only unlock until like Fort Pinta and you can't jump. But when you're a Star Rider, you can unlock everything in the game. They teach you how to jump, get more horses because you get star coins every week for free. However, you can still buy star coins. The downfall of Star Stable was really like them not listening to customer service anymore. I remember reaching out to them when I was a child for like this minor problem, okay? I don't even remember what it was, but I reached out to them and I was like, hey, this annoys me in the game or something. And they literally replied to me the next day and they were like, thank you for your feedback, we will work on it. And I remembered that they did what I asked, though. Like, it was a minor problem or like a minor suggestion on how to better the game or something. And I remember they did that. Like, they actually fucking changed that. I just remember feeling like I love this game even more because they actually like care about the customers, their experience, and they want to hear feedback and they want to better the game. Like, they were putting in so much. Oh my god. This is something that I love that they added. Okay, the dancing crabs. Hello. Oh my god, they're getting it on. Oh, it's a crab party in here. Shake that crab booty. Oh my god, they're so cute. Okay, Star Stable, you got me. I like this change. Dancing crabs. But my point is, a lot of people reached out, apparently being like, hey, you're only putting out horses. It's like you just want money. And you don't really care about story because we haven't had a quest update in like months. They just wouldn't react, apparently. They really dug their own grave right there. I mean, not listening to your fucking players' feedback and just choosing to ignore that is possibly the worst thing you can do if you're trying to make a fucking successful game. It feels, I'm not sure if this is a fact, but it feels like the game got sold to some millionaire, billionaire, whatever, and put an entire new team on it. And that's why everything like changed. It feels like that because it's so odd how they went from really caring about the community and really caring about their customers to literally not giving a shit. Also, there has been a lot of cheating in the game, as in people cheat to race faster, and that way people win that don't deserve it. It was astronomical, and people didn't give a shit on the Star Stable team. They really didn't give a shit. No one ever replied to any of the complaints, and I bet they had thousands of complaints about that. They just only put out more horses that no one asks for. I've heard that they fixed the cheating thing by banning anyone that has ever cheated on the game. Star Stable is trying to redeem themselves. I don't know if they're doing a good job. I'm not up to date with that, but apparently they are trying to redeem themselves and trying to make this community a thing again. They changed a lot of the soundtracks, which I find so weird and so unnecessary. They put money in that, they put effort in that, but for what? No one asked to change the soundtrack. I'll play the old soundtrack and I'll play the new kind of ambience we have now. As you can hear, the new soundtrack is not bad or anything at all, but it's just why? No one was complaining about the soundtrack. This is a thing that pisses me off in Star Stable. They changed things that no one asked for, that no one wanted to be changed. Then another thing I want to complain about is the towns. Or the stables, or whatever, all the residencies you have in Star Stable. Every time you came into a new place, it would say where you were. It's a small detail that I miss. It used to, again, have a bloom effect, everything. It wasn't all bright and saturated as it is now. And I think that really takes away the realism. Kitty Spiderweb talked about this. She has a video Death of Realism, which is a really good video. I recommend you check that out. Love her channel also, by the way. I know it's not a realism game because we have this aspect of the magic stuff. The Soul Riders was something special that your character alone was part of. And when you go talk to other players or NPCs in the game, right? You would never talk about the magic stuff because that is a secret mission that you did with the Soul Riders. It was something secretive. It was something special. Now, you can buy fucking horses that change colors and shit. You can buy horses that look like they're from the sea. Also another note, I need to say this. When we walked through this, everything would be super cloudy because we were walking in the mountains. They took that away as well because, again, Death of Realism. When you're in the mountains, high up in the mountains, it can get cloudy. They took that away because I think Kitty Spiderweb said this as well. I'm not sure. Please, if I'm wrong, please don't kill me. But I think Kitty Spiderweb said this, so I'm gonna quote her. They're trying to take away the challenge of the game, which infuriates me! It was always a kid's game. We know that. It's they're really trying to make the target audience even younger than it used to be. Also, I know people will probably disagree with me on this kind of thing that I'm gonna say, but you had, back in the day, when you wanted to dismount, you had it here. You had a thing here to get off, and when you couldn't get off, it would be drawn on by someone, a cross that you can't get off. I just love that little detail. It was so cute. I get it, they're trying to better the game and make it more professional looking, but I don't know, that's one thing that I really miss. This, all this, I hate all this. I want the old colorful menu panel thing. Also, what is this? I need to complain about this. What is this? What is this? I have seen this last time and I got rewards. I don't know why I got rewards. I don't know what I did to get rewards. And I couldn't even bother to read this. I'm not gonna click on it now. I don't want to do this. Oh my god, I hate this. Another thing I hate. The global store. Probably the worst decision they could ever make. We had all these adorable, and I'm talking adorable, shops in the game. And if we wanted something from, I don't know, let's say the Harvest Counties, we had to go from here right to there. You have like transportation things like this, but you have to pay for those. I'm honestly surprised that they didn't take away the transportation things because this is also very realistic. This is still an old character, I think, like an old design. Jarlasson. Fuck yes, man. Stay cool. You're a G, Jarlasson. Anyway, another thing that I hate is winter in Star Stable. Winter used to be the most magical time to play Star Stable. Everything was covered in snow. It wasn't a switch that you can turn off or turn on. Whose idea was that? So now we have a switch. If you want it to snow, you can turn it on. And I guess people will say, like, it's nice to have that possibility, but I don't like it. I don't like it. Just make a decision, you know? Let it snow. If it's winter, let it snow, bitch. What I hate the most during winter in Star Stable is most certainly Winter Village. I remember experiencing that, and I was like, what is this? I miss when you could have presents in Jarlaheim. That was like amazing. I miss that. I really miss that. Bring the good old times back, please, Star Stable. Another thing I really hate, ponies nowadays are as fast as normal horses. Come on. Come on now. We had like a special race called the pony race. That was the only race you had where ponies had a chance, right? I feel like instead of like just making ponies faster, they should have just made more pony races. Like, it's just not realistic. Ponies are tiny. Also, what I think they should have done is like make pony beauty contests, because that's like a thing, right? There were other ways to fix this problem than to just, oh, we don't want to think further, so we're just gonna make the horses faster so people stop complaining about there's not a lot of things to do with ponies. You know, it's just like a quick fix and it's not realistic. It is a lazy solution. Star Stable has a huge team, okay? This is like a super successful game nowadays. They should be able to put out amazing quests, amazing progress in the game, but they're not. They're just putting out horses. And to me, that is just so fucking cruel. If you have a kids game and you're only putting out things that kids have to buy, I think that is mean. I think that is brutal also. This is the bus stop in Fort Pinta. It used to be this really busy place, and you had to buy a bus card from a store in Fort Pinta. And then every 3 minutes, I think, a bus would literally right here, come from far away. It would stop here for, I don't know, a minute maybe or less. And then everyone would hurry and they would get their bus ticket and then they would travel to Jorvik City, which was a very realistic way to put it, right? You actually had to go on the bus and stuff. Well, now, if you want to go to Jorvik City, all you have to do, you don't need a bus card. There's not a bus in sight anymore. You just click, you say where you want to go, and that's it. Before we had the global store, you could just come to the mall, and the mall already felt like a global store because you had all these different stores in one place. Also, this mall was like under construction, but it's been under construction for years now. I really hate this. I was so excited for this mall. Everyone was so excited for this mall. And to come back to the bus thing, it was kind of a reward when you got here. It was very nice. It felt like they put a lot of effort in that whole animation of the bus coming. They just replaced it with clicking and you can just transport there. That is just extremely lazy. It again feels like they just want to put zero effort in this game, or at least as possible, and just
cash in, basically. Really fucking breaks my heart. It feels like I'm exploring an abandoned mall, because I kid you not, when this was filled with people, they fucked themselves in the asses with adding this fucking global store. I hate it. I actually hate it. What I think Star Stable should have done, instead of changing the entire game and never being able to go back to the old game now, they should have made a new fucking game. And the new fucking game would be like what we're playing now, right? And it would also be so fucking smart, because they mostly care about cashing in, right? If you made 2 games, oh, that's 4. If you made 2 games, one is like the old one, right? So you have old players or new players who just like the old version more would play this, and you can buy star coins there and Star Rider there as well. And you have this new game for players who just like the new style, right? Maybe younger players would enjoy this more, I would think, because it's also less challenging. You can cash in on 2 games at the same time. Like, I don't understand why they didn't do this. Like, I think they should really consider that, because that way the old players will get out of your hair with all the complaints about how everything has changed and it's worse than it was. And at the same time, you can satisfy the new players by just keeping this game as well, this new version. And you can cash in on 2 games. Like, hello? Like, come on, Star Stable. Think about this. This is genius. And to close this off, I just want to say, I've seen people say, like, we just miss the old Star Stable because we've grown up. And I'm sorry, but to that I say, no. Because I still play The Sims 3. And I still, as an adult, have the same nostalgic feelings as I did when I was a kid. So, no, we have not grown out of Star Stable. We have been robbed. We have been robbed of our childhood game. That's how I feel about it. I'm ending it on a very sad, depressing, pessimistic note, and that's how I like to do it. Deal with that! Deal with that!
It's not completely ruined because it still has like the peacefulness, but it's just not the same. I can't explain it. And I really wish that they just made a new game so that the new players can enjoy it and the old players can play the old game. That way everyone is satisfied and there wouldn't be a controversy right now. Anyway, if you're still here, thank you so much for watching. If you played this game or still do, what are your opinions on the changes that SSO made? Did it disappoint you or did you think it improved the game? What are some changes you love and what are some changes you hate? Also, I just want to put this out. This is all alleged by my opinion. I'm still rooting for the game to put something out for the old players. That would be amazing and I would be forever grateful. I'm just letting out my frustrations about the game, and that is all. I love you guys, take care, and I'll see you in the next one.